Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Friday, June 6th session of Speaker Co-working, sponsored by Speaker Hub. I am Angela Lewis, Head of Customer Success, and really excited to chat with you all today and hear from our amazing speakers from around the world, and then offer support in any way that we can. As always, we start with wins. We love wins. We are all about the wins. So who has any wins to share from yesterday? Or the day before, or this week, or you have something coming up?
I got a win.
Okay, Valencia, let's hear about
Can y'all
it.
hear me?
Yes, we
So
can.
I just got accepted to be on a panel. It's a wellness professional wellness panel. So that was cool.
Congratulations. When is
It's
the
going to be on the
panel?
27th. It's going to
Is
be
it
on the
virtual?
27th, and it's virtual. Yes, everything's virtual.
Okay.
So
What
virtual still lives. Thank you, Lord.
do you have products that you're selling at the panel?
Of course, at the end, my standard is to have like a bundle for people. And they just comment on my Instagram. They DM.
Oh, I think you cut out. Hello, Valencia? We can't hear you. Okay. So she has a panel and she's going to sell at the end. Okay. Congrats on that, Valencia. Anybody else? Any other wins? Anything coming up that you're excited about?
I haven't gotten it yet, but I applied for my background is in technology, even though I'm an attorney and working with entrepreneurs on business. It kind of ties in. I've been trying to figure out the best way to transition and add in AI because I am a techie and a gadget girl, and I use all these automations already. So I applied to teach a group of attorneys in a rapid fire session how to use AI in their everyday life, like how to use Clyde, Chat GPT, and all of those to actually do things that move the needle on their business. And so I have that. And then I don't think I shared it this week, but I negotiated my way last week into a strategic brand evangelist position for an AI company that has like the phone capabilities where your phone has an automated AI agent that can do outbound calls, inbound calls, and all of this cool stuff. So those are two things that in the whole transitioning. So it's not just the name Angela. I'm transitioning on a lot of stuff,
A lot
but
of changes.
and really niching down and getting defined. But I'm excited about that. I'll let y'all know when I get it and
Wonderful.
do it.
Yes. Well, and I think what's really cool is that you've created a new service. So it sounds like you just created something new that you know is valuable and that people need. And whether they sign the deal or not, is something that you can offer to a similar company. And
Well,
you already know
I'm
what
already,
questions.
yeah. Well, what I realize is when I'm working with clients that I advise as business owners, I'm already telling them, hey, use this. And I've
Yeah.
already been using software that was really AI generated, but it wasn't before Chat GPT. It's prior to even Chat GPT coming out. So I'm using the tools. I've been using this kind of stuff and gotten really good on it. Now I have it opens up for another way for me to speak. So I'm
Yes.
excited about it.
Okay. Well, please keep us posted. And I'm not sure if you saw it or not, but Valencia mentioned in the chat that your hair is fabulous. And it is. I think we all can agree that it is
Thank
beautiful. So
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Any other wins? Anything you're excited about that's coming up?
And excuse me, Angela.
How'd you do
My
that?
a win for me was a audio testimony from the group that I did the presentation for the weekend, where all of the students and the faculty put together a thank you for the presentation that was done all weekend at the Computer Institute. So that was a real plus. I really humbled myself about that. And I'm also in negotiation. This is coming through a pitch to association with a nonprofit that wants me to put together a presentation for their homeless members, and that's who they serve. And so that's another step forward in associations. And the fact of dates are being set for the panel, which will be coming up in August to speak on pain relief and wellness. So that's on the plate for me for right now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Congrats. I think the work you'll do with the homeless population, or like even that being out there, is a really big deal. It's often not thought about or talked about. Wonderful. Ladies rocking it. Bonnie, when did Bonnie sneak in here? I totally missed that. Hey, Bonnie, Sharon, Janessa, Catherine, Ron, VA, Ransable, Lawrence. So we have a new person. We always let new people share who they are and a little bit about their background. So VA, right? I know VA isn't your first name, but can you tell us who you are and who you're working with? Or about your background and how you found us? Okay, well, we're here. You can also type it in the chat. Okay, I'm Chris's VA. My mic is broken. Chris. Chris. Who is Chris? Or what's Chris's last name? Yo. Oh, Chris Hopgood. Okay. Oh, Chris. Yeah, we haven't seen Chris in a while, but we know who Chris Hopgood is. Well, welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, please let us know. We are happy to help. You can put them in the chat. I will answer your questions in the chat if you have questions. Bonnie said, bummed, I have to jump out. Okay, Bonnie, no worries, no worries. Thank you for popping in even for a minute. Always reach out if you have questions. Hey, Ron, welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see everyone. Happy Friday. Sorry for being late. I had a presentation, a presentation to do to a bunch of writers and journalists over in our PR pitches side of the company. So thought it was only going to be an hour, ended up being almost 2 hours. I think it was an hour and 55 minutes or something like that. So I had to, hop off and go get some coffee and come back. But good to see everyone. Linda, good to see you. Yeah, how's it going? It's Friday. Friday is Ask Me Anything Friday. I don't have a topic. I'm here to answer questions, show off our new toys. And, we're running a Kickstarter campaign, which I think is going to be super duper dope. So in the past, we did launches via webinar and things of that sort. And I think that that's cool, but I think showing people the value of, since we're with this launch, since we're talking about introducing products, and most people are familiar with Kickstarter, where you pre-sale something before it's available, and you just put up a video explaining it and all of those things. So we decided to do that with our new speaker page. So people in the past, they bought lifetime accounts to the entire speaker hub. That's gone. Those don't exist anymore. We're not making that available, but we are going to allow people to buy lifetime accounts to just the speaker page, right? So that's going to be pretty cool. So we're running it as a Kickstarter campaign. Everybody who already has the previous lifetime account, of course, you're grandfathered in. Your lifetime account to this was included with your other payment. But yeah, so you're grandfathered in, you're ready to go. But I'm going to show you all how to do a product launch via Kickstarter. And you can do this on your own. You don't have to go through Kickstarter and have them take 10% of your money or any of that. You can set up your own site and do this on your own. And if we can get this to work properly, we may make it an option for you guys to try to do it, or we may partner with a few of you guys on some of your signature courses. It's an idea. It's not guaranteed. So don't say, hey, back in June, you said it was gonna be Kickstarter. We tested. We just try stuff, right? But any questions, comments, concerns, ideas? We got to get you all booked some more and selling more stuff. Linda, if you haven't seen what we're doing, we got some cool stuff we've been working on in the background. Do you have courses, Linda?
Yes, I have a course to help aspiring children's book authors self-publish.
Gotcha. And you sell it on your website. How do you drive traffic to it?
I do nothing,
Okay.
basically.
Is dormant?
Well, now I can turn my focus to that. I've been kind of busy.
Okay. No, just asking.
yeah.
I mean,
So now I'm probably, through LinkedIn, through Mappaneerville. It's on Mappaneerville, the course through there. So
oh, from John, with John. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So we got some cool things that'll be available to you guys very soon. Any other questions, comments, concerns? It's Friday.
I have a question.
Yep.
When I signed up for
I
like,
got a question. Why you keep rescheduling our interview?
I'm having this from the bed because
I'm just joking.
I
I'm
don't
just
feel
Nicole. This is a
well.
joke. Don't answer that.
Because you
She
know
done
I wouldn't
rescheduled
I
7
would not
times.
give up time to spend with you, Ryan. You know that it had to be something serious.
All right, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
If I wanted to switch my credit card on my payments, what do I need to do?
Yep, I'll show you how to do that. You do that inside of your Speaker Up Pro account.
Okay.
So let me show you what to do. So when you go into, let me share my screen. Give me a second. So this is really important because we get this question all the time. I made a video about it. So this is where you go. You come over here to settings and you'll see billing. And right there,
Perfect. Thank you.
right? You click there, it opens up it opens up Stripe. You log into with your email in the Stripe, and they send you an email. You don't need a password. They're going to send you an email saying, verify that this is you. And then it shows your plans, what you pay, everything that's associated with this.
Perfect.
Got it? Cool. There it is. That's how easy it is. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Come on, man. It's Friday. What up? What y'all think about?
Okay, here's what some people are thinking about.
Okay.
If
I
someone
wasn't here. I'm
puts,
late, so go ahead.
well, this wasn't today. This is the conversation. If someone puts their book on the new Speaker Hub, what prevents it from being passed around the internet?
Yeah. So if you sold your book on your own site, the only place that I know that stops that is Amazon Kindle. So at the beginning, here's what I would do. Most people would benefit from their book being passed around. Let me just say that. Most of y'all would benefit from your book being passed around. All these books back here, you see them? They're free. Them books got passed around. When you sell a paperback book at the store, you gonna really go and police them for passing it around? No. You want the book to be passed around because that's how you're gonna get more customers. Think of your book as a 250-page business card. If you look at it from that frame, you want them to pass it around. Now, the first person paid you for it, and then imagine this. Imagine someone paid you to market for you. Me talking about Alex Hormozy, you know how many people that went and probably watched these videos and went and bought an Alex Hormozy book? He paid me nothing. I paid him. You know how much press I've given Stephen Covey, talking about Stephen Covey every week? You know, he probably in heaven like, look at that boy. That boy down there talking about me. Boy, I made an impact, didn't it? Right? That's how it is. So a lot of us can benefit. And I'm not saying that someone shouldn't put their books in a protected place to allow it to be protected. But our job at Speaker Up is to help you to make more sales. We got to get you more clients. And we believe that people passing around your book is a good thing. Because if they bought it at Barnes & Noble, who's going to stop them from passing it around? Nobody. So, but that's my answer. So, and if that's a reason why you don't want to put it on Amazon, I mean, you don't want to put it over here, you want to put it on Amazon, put it on Amazon. They're not even going to tell you who bought your book. At least you're going to know who passed your book around. When you sell them 5, you got 5 people to go check out to see which one of these 5 sent that book around. Make sense? Not being a jackass, but just being honest. We can benefit from people passing our books around. Share my stuff. If y'all want to share my book, I'm gonna give all y'all a copy. Give it away. I dare you. I'll pay you to share my stuff. Shoot. That's what you do when you buy ads. You're paying Facebook to share your stuff with other people. You gonna get mad at somebody doing it for free? You're crazy. All right, Ange, I'm done. Let me stop for that.
I got a
I got
question.
a
for you, too.
compliment,
Go ahead.
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
and then I'll put it back on mute. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
My compliment is to you, Ron, and to the team for trying to give us an all-in-one solution. I was on an LMS system that I have. I'm a gadget girl, so I have licenses to a lot of stuff. And they were rolling out a feature on theirs that's similar to a feature that Speaker Hub has or will have. And it sucked. It was not thoughtful. It was not helpful. I was like, really? And so I thought about it. I was bragging to my husband. I was like, I may be a Speaker Hub and a Ron Angela fangirl because I see the quality and I see the benefit. It's not a shiny new object. You stand behind what you say and you're doing it. The fact that you could have been like, yeah, I'm going to keep just charging. I'm never going to add anything new. And I don't care what y'all need, but because y'all got something, I got your money. Haha, I'm out. But it's like, no, I'm invested and I'm right here with you. I'm a teammate. So if you pushing, I'm pushing. I love it. And so I'm sorry, that's my fangirl moment. But
No, have
just
fun.
when I looked at their feature, I was like, I'm never going to use this. Everything that's on my LMS system, I'm switching over. I was like, because this isn't even close to what I just saw.
Yeah, exactly. And here's one of the things that we're talking about, like for real. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna share the screen with you so you can see this. Because this is we cover this on our 1 second. Lifetime. We talk about that. Like what you just mentioned is what we discuss right off the bat in this on our campaign for did Maria change the she didn't change the URL on me. I love my team because they be working, but they don't be telling me what they working on. They be changing stuff that I be having in my mind already set. But I think I got it right here. I think she is locked. I can't get in, but I can show it. Right. So I'm gonna pause this for one moment. Right. So I want to share this because I think this is important. Some of you all have seen these, but some of you haven't. So this was the most important day of my life when we got the first PitchDB signed up. And people, can y'all see my screen? Let me see. Can y'all see my full screen here? When I saw you could log in with Google, you couldn't do nothing else. It wasn't wasn't nothing else in there. All that was in there was Google. You could log in with Google. I was the happiest dude on earth. Man, I got software. We built something. It works. Right? But where's my page? I'm trying to go down. All right. But now we started putting data in. Now it's the same essence of what you all see. This is 2018. This is the same workflow y'all still use today. It's just been modernized and it's modular and we can add things in and out. This is the beginning. I don't know if it's going to let me see something. I'm screwing something up over here. One moment. I think this is it. And then we'll get into more stuff, right? But I want you all to see this because I think it's important that you don't have to be perfect. This is the thing. This still looks like this. You just got to click filter. We hide it because it wasn't very useful. When we had this out here, everybody played with this and never searched for anything. So we hid it under filters. It's still there. This still looks the same. This is 2018. Right? So the spirit of how it works, the iPhone still looks like the iPhone, but they built it in a way that they can come out with a new one every year and not lose their old customers. Is that making sense, guys? So that's really what I mean, like I wish I could go through this a lot faster, but it won't. It doesn't seem to allow me to. Every time the photos be getting too big. Right, there it is. So you can see, y'all got this now. email open, reply booked. This ain't nothing new. We've been doing this, but we've made it where we could fix it and make it look better and make it work, right? You used to have businesses. We took those out because it was too hard. But let me show you. Watch this. Let me keep going. Right. I'm gonna go through some faster ones. So, but you know what I did? I looked at my competitors, looked at how they were pricing things. Look at the design. Same thing that y'all got right now. We took the dashboard out. It's coming back. Right. So all I'm saying is don't be afraid to get started. You got to get out there. This is one of our first websites. Right. So you just got to get out there and you'll start saying, okay, my course wasn't perfect, but I redid module 1. So now it's better. I got better. I redid module 3. I added some extra stuff. AI came out, so I needed to add that part. And this came out. So it's living. We are in permanent beta at Speaker Hub. But is this making sense? You see the evolution, how much prettier, right? It gets prettier, and then we didn't have Maria. So this was me designing this. Every day, my team is surprised. You can go in there and do that. Yes, I am not an idiot. It was me and Santiago building all these websites. I built this. I made all of this. But this is where it starts. Then I put my face on here. I realized that didn't convert as well as this dude. Hey, that's Angela. It's an Ange testimonial.
I love it.
We go
More
way
speaking
back.
engagements and also to get booked on podcasts. And it's pretty dope because you can search for podcasts. There's over like 700,000 podcasts. Then you can
Now we got 3.5 million. Do y'all see this? Now, look at how terrible Ange was. Ange over here making y'all dizzy with her phone. She talking, and
She moving in that seat.
look at that. Look at this. I mean, she don't
dope
stand
because
still.
you
Totally
can
different than the Ange we
search
got
for
now.
podcasts. There's over like
Same braids.
700,000 podcasts. Then you can actually listen to the podcast, and then you can get the email address.
Right. So this is Ange 8 years ago. She didn't work for us at the time. Ange was still playing basketball and coaching girls.
Wow.
But I knew what she had. I knew she had the organizational thing. I'm like, dude, you way better than me at this. But this is where it starts. Right? Wait a minute. Speaker HQ. So people be like, oh man, with this, I got this. I'm like, dude, this is 2020 when I bought that domain. Speaker QO, I've owned that for years. This ain't new to me. No free speeches. I've been saying that. Y'all been hearing me say that forever. This 2020. Right? This is now. Watch this. Hold on. Let me show you. This came back. Allow me to reintroduce myself. That's back. That same thing is back. We just brought it back more modern.
Oh, you gotta
with a
cue the
better
music
designer.
though, Ron. Look.
But do you see what I mean? Like, so believe in your stuff. This is my speech for today. Believe in your stuff. Because that same design has come back, just more modern. At the time, we just had CRM because we have nothing else there was really nothing else in the industry to really compare ourselves to. So we were just like, all this junk. But now we got competitors. Let's talk about it. Right? We used to have a podcast app where you could listen to the podcast and then pitch yourself right out your Chrome browser. People hated it, so we took it down. Right? I can't look at this. We were like, "Ooh, we at 800,000 now." But all I'm showing you is that you grow, guys. Adrian was on our thing, right? Ange. We had a bunch of folks. We was just trying to make it work. So that's all I'm going to say, right? I don't want that on there, right? But that's it. So we were just trying to figure out how do we, this is the original dashboard stuff. And these were ideas that I made up myself. And now that's the old dashboard. It was broken. It never worked because I built it. When we get the new dashboard in a couple of weeks, guess what? It's going to work because Maria built it. Now, this dashboard is from June the 2nd, 2020. This is the first dashboard in PinchDB. But moral of the story, I'm not going to beat this horse anymore. John, what's your question? We just got to get started, guys, and be proud of what we got. You're going to get better.
What was my, oh yeah, but my question is for the new Speaker Hub site, when we upload our assets, books, courses, and things of that nature, when someone comes to get those assets, will we be able to get like an email address or something from them or capture any information from them?
100%. Yeah, I mean, it's not your store if we don't let you treat it like your store. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And we would how would that look though? Would be
I got you.
okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
showed it the other day, but I'll show you. Give me a second. Give me one moment. Let me get logged in and I'll show you what that looks like. Cool.
Yes,
Like
sir.
here you go. So a couple things happen. So when someone come over here, you see it says products dashboard. You see that, John?
Yep.
So a couple things. There's a thing that you're going to want called notifications. So you click on settings and it's going to bring you to your notifications page. Right? And it's going to ask you what notifications do you want to receive when somebody enrolled. So you can customize all of your notifications.
Got it. New
When
order.
someone enrolls, someone buys, someone their order status, if they got a trial, you see what I mean?
And that would be on any and all products on your page, or you just specific ones?
No, it's your stuff. This is your stuff, not mine. This is your stuff.
So when it
This
says
is the
like new order
instructor's page.
place, would it be like that regardless of what they ordered on my page, I would get a new order place, or would it be
If they
specific to what they
if they
ordered?
ordered toilet paper from your page because you sold it, you get a notification. Whatever you put on your page, you get a notification. It's your page. Do you not want those?
No, I'm just trying to see how they're going to come with me and how I can follow up or
No.
nurture those
But what I'm saying
relationships.
is you get a notification for all of this, right? But then here's the cool thing. Over here, it says analytics, right? Now, what do you think is in analytics? An overview of everything, how many courses, how many students, how many reviews. What are you doing on a daily basis, monthly and annual? Make sense? How much have you refunded? What have you discounted? How many people are enrolled? Is this making sense? Is good, John?
Yeah, so like if a person
Hold on.
comes and see a lead magnet on there, right? And they just want to click download, will it just automatically go to download, or would they be like,
No.
hey,
You
you got to
should
get
make
your
it,
email
you
address to
shouldn't do that.
download?
You should force it as a free product and force them to enroll to get it.
Right, so that enrolling is where we would capture that information.
Exactly. So this is just the overview, but there's a tab called students. And this is anybody who is enrolled in any of your products or services. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and would we be able to control what or adjust what we capture from people?
Not at this point. We're going to keep it
Okay.
very simple.
Okay.
Again, here's what we know. What telephone you got?
A cell? What, Galaxy?
Which one? Which cell phone you got?
I got the flip.
Okay, cool. Incredible, right? Have you ever used the cinematic video on the camera?
No.
Exactly. We wanted the core features.
Right.
All that extra stuff sounds good to 3 people. We end up building all this stuff and 3 people want the feature. We like, dude, use the core stuff. We're not even using the core stuff.
Yeah,
People
so the
ask,
core. Yeah, I was
got
just
you.
getting so
But you'll
like
be able to
this.
download your stuff and
Mhm.
put them wherever you want to put to do all of the other stuff. I'm not talking to John, I'm talking in general, right? Our job at Speaker Hub is to give you the core functionality, right? Some advanced users should not use this. If
Right.
you're advanced, you got hundreds and thousands of customers already, don't use this. Stay where you at. It's probably already working. Probably already got the workflows and stuff already set up. Our average customer, 60% of them make under $10,000 total in their business
Right.
per year. So we're optimizing to get them to make some money finally. It's not going to be for the power user. So
Yeah,
they're going to be upset with us.
my question rather was just about the core functionality of it, just on how that actually works. And I know soon I'll get my hands on it to answer the question, but it was just buzzing off the top of my
Yeah.
mind when we talk
Yeah.
about
So
them being able to get certain things. I just didn't know if it was just going to be they can just grab and take, or is there like, all right, well, at least give me your name and who are you before
no,
you
it's
grab
not.
and take.
This is a store,
Hmm.
right? This is an online store. You got to register to get access.
Got
It's
it.
not going to, just like with Speaker QR, you got to put your information in there to get the free download. Look, I don't
Got it.
believe in free speech. You're going to pay me with something, either your name, your email address, or your Stripe account, right? I'm very happy to say, I always used to joke and tell people all product suggestions get processed through Stripe.
Hmm. That's the truth.
If you ain't paying us, we don't care what you got to say. But John is one of our customers, so we care, right?
Hmm.
I'm serious. This is how we learn. We learn from the people that pay us. Folks that ain't paying us, they can go on over and worry somebody else, right? That's all I'm saying. So, but that's, just remember that all product suggestions are processed through Stripe. That's really important,
Hmm.
right? And I felt this way for years. There's a guy that has me on a podcast from 2014. This is way back. Chris. It was called um, Ron Story Junior Podcast. And there was a guy named Chris. I can't think of Chris's name. What was it? Chris. But basically, the gist of it, he was a consultant. He was a consultant dude. And I can't think of the name. It was called like consulting something. And one of the takeaways from that podcast was people complain about a lot of stuff they're not willing to pay to make go away. So we as entrepreneurs, we think just because we got feedback that it's credible. No, I want your feedback. I want the feedback from the people that's paying. Because people complain about a lot of stuff that they ain't willing to pay make go away. I think that that's something very important for us to learn as we're developing more products. Don't just be building something because somebody told you. Say, okay, cool. I'm going to build it for you. Can you pay me right now or at least put a down payment? And if they're like, well, no, I don't want it. Yep, don't even build that. Go and move on.
Let me add something to that though. I had a
All right.
guy that I was talking to who wanted to do he wanted to do a training session for for VAs so that the VA could be trained to pitch and get their boss's book. But then, so he hurried up and got it because I told him, I said, if you got it, I'll buy it. Go ahead. That's where your moneymaker is. Make it happen. And then he did. He launched it probably before he built it, which is fine. But if you're going to do that, you got to be ready to follow through. Because then he kept saying, well, we're going to postpone this week and next week and the week before and the week after. Like, no, if you do that, you got to be ready to go.
Oh,
If somebody's got their money and they're ready to pay you, you better be ready to perform.
100%. No, look, I 100% agree with that. Right? Look, right now, we got clients that are still done for you clients. Why? Because I made a commitment to them 3 years ago and they still paying. Even though I ain't got the time to really be doing that, I gave them my word, right? I got friends and clients from Northwestern Mutual that I sold life insurance to, Kedzie and a whole bunch of other folks that I sold life insurance to when I was a new financial advisor. And I told them I would be here for them with any questions. They call me today about their policies. I ain't worked at Northwestern Mutual since 2024, but all I got is my word, right? So if you make the commitment, do it. Now, once they break their side of it, don't renew them, okay? Let them stay away. Move on. Move on, right? So let's see. Yeah, but that's the gist, right? Here we go. This is 2000. Man, this is so long ago, right? It's called Chasing Product, the non-technical founder with Ron Story Jr., 2015, February, right? And, this is what I said. I can't say it on YouTube, but that's what I said. And I really believe that. They complain about a lot of stuff they ain't willing to pay for. But
You're not wrong.
exactly. Right. Yeah.
I'm like, I am a solutions first approach person. So I'm like, okay, if you're gonna come here, I don't even want to hear all of that. Okay, what's the solution? Then we can work backwards and talk about the problem. Okay. Thank you.
100%. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep. So one of the other things that I used to talk about was dog fooding. Y'all know what the concept of dog fooding is? You want to explain it?
Beside the tree and go up the hill.
You want to explain it, Erica?
No, you go right ahead.
So dog fooding is building a product for yourself and then releasing it to everybody else. Eating your own dog food. We live by that. Well, I ain't teaching you nothing I ain't already did. Right? If I ain't done it, I ain't teaching it. Why? I ain't selling a product around. I ain't going to be using AI to make a product I ain't never did. You got to eat your own dog food. Right? Why? Because at the beginning, you understand the problem better than anybody else. I understood getting on podcasts because I had to get on podcasts. I understand booking speakers for speaking gigs because I had to do it. But you know what I ain't on here talking about? Here's how you get people to pay you $50,000. No, Vernice, come talk about that. I ain't never did that. What I can tell you is how to sell more. Vernice ain't never did that. So she don't come on here and talk about that. She talk about how to get paid $50K. I talk about how to make $50K at the same event. You see what I mean? The tale of two speakers. Right? It was the best of times and it was the worst of times, right? It's the tale of two cities. Any other questions? This has been good, man. I like having these reminiscent days because I think it's important for people to know where you came from, right? To know that it just didn't pop up like this, right? So we got another announcement that'll probably be coming out in July where we about this close to getting another one of our competitors. So we may be adding another company in the next month or so. That's super duper exciting. We're going to keep growing that way. We're pushing forward, guys. So our product is good. We know we're ready for what the world has to offer. And we're appreciative that you all are here for the ride. Your feedback, your guidance, your encouragement on a daily basis means so much more. Y'all think y'all on here to learn. I need this to keep going. Because some of these days, boy, I be wanting to just turn this joint off and just say, let me just live in Columbia in obscurity. But I don't think that's what they want. Is that a Columbia hat you got on, Erica? Columbia national team? What soccer team is that?
Nope, this is Germany.
Boo.
It ain't got nothing to do with a soccer team. I got it in my former life.
No, but Columbia has a hat that looks just like that.
Yeah, this hat is almost a decade old now.
It's all good. Any other questions before we hop off? Anybody? What's up? What's in the chat, Ange? What did I miss?
Oh, Linda has her hand up.
I have a question. So it's just a logistic kind of simple thing, but when I'm making pitches and I see a conference and it says it's in January and there's no conference in January, like let's say I'm pitching in June, their conference was a few days ago, but it's still on the list and it shows, how it's the little when the conference is. Is there a way to let whoever at Speaker Hub curates that list or keeps it updated know that that's a story so other people don't go pitching something that isn't there?
Yep. No, I appreciate that. That's cool. Yeah. So let me show you. So inside of Speaker Hub Pro.
Yeah.
Right now, there used to be a thing where, well, you can't do it because it won't let us do it that way. You can report leads, right? But you have to have already pitched it. So you see here on update status, I could
Yeah.
update the status in there that says, 1 second, let me come over. What did they do? Did they move that? There's a thing that says report pitch. Where's that at, Ange? Where did that go? Did they take that out?
It should still be in there
Oh, it's just
for
not in
on
the drop
update.
down. It's over here. They put
No.
it only over here. I forgot. We tried to hide it. But this report is invalid, right? But the issue is that it costs a pitch to do it. So that's something we probably need to think through, a way for people to report leads that are invalid or an error with the lead. That would be great. We already have it if you were to send an email, but we don't want it to cost you a pitch. So we'll figure that out, and we'll try to, we got a data update happening anyway. We do a data update every 3 months. Our last one was in April, the beginning of April, the middle of March. So we'll be doing another data update in July anyway. So we'll get that squared away, hopefully.
Thank you.
Yep. Someone asked about corporate. What you want to know? I can tell
It
you.
was me, Ryan. I'm to the point. I've been doing this long enough, and I've done corporate workshops and corporate keynotes. I got the credentials and the experience, but going after them on my own looks a lot different. I've been kind of fumbling through, but I wanted to get some advice on what I should be looking to do to start those conversations and secure it. I wasn't really sure, like, should I be using the survey method for it? Would that be offensive?
No, I
I
got
don't
you.
really think that I'm gonna have corporations or
No. That ain't what you do. I got you. I got you.
right.
I got you. Right.
Thank you.
So here's the key. If you want to do corporate, there's 2 ways to get a corporate gig. There's 3, but I'll talk about 2.
Okay.
Depending on the size of the company that you're trying to work with, if it's a smaller company, meaning a few $1 million or tens of millions of dollars and not a $1 billion company,
Yeah.
you can book those gigs through local associations, right? So you go give a speech at the Chamber of Commerce. You give them your best speech. Somebody in there, you use your speaker QR and you follow up. Does that make sense? You want to work with financial advisors, go to a NAIFA meeting for financial advisors, National Association of Insurance Financial Advisors. All of the firm owners are going to be there. The little bitty agents ain't going to be there. They ain't go to the meetings. It's the office owners that go to those meetings.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So now you end up speaking at the local Northwestern Mutual office that has 200 agents in it. But they're not big enough to have a learning and development manager. Does that make sense?
I'm looking for the ones who don't have a legal department or an attorney. And I've done my research to kind of know what that company, what those stats look like, about how many employees they have, about how much money they're making, but looking at giving them the being able to follow up my keynote with trainings and workshops. And so I've narrowed it down at least to that much.
Yeah, I mean, I would look at trust companies, the local banking and trust, because since you're doing a lot of estate planning stuff, do a lunch and learn for them. They'll bring their clients in, tell them, hey, we'll buy you Ruth's Chris. It may cost you a couple $1,000 to buy a room full of rich people, a Ruth's Chris lunch. Get the salmon, chicken, and sirloin. Don't let them get ribeye and all the other stuff. Cost you about $40 a plate. I used to set these up for a lot of the famous financial advisors that everybody know. But you just have the trust company invite their people. They introduce you as the superstar. You present, they get lunch. You know everybody that registered because they registered through your thing. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Now you got a room full of people. If it's, 20 people, it costs you $1,000, right? Uh-oh, here comes the boss. Hola, baby. ¿Cómo estás? Uh-oh. I think Erica's going to like your outfit. Gracias.
Hola,
Muchas
Maya.
gracias. You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? No?
Hola,
Hi,
tía.
beautiful.
Hey, hola,
Hola.
tia.
Hola.
Hey, you missed Tío.
Oh.
Tío fue acá, pero él se fue. Ok, yo necesito terminar mi cita, ok? Ok. Te amo.
Oh.
Hey,
She's like, yeah, my daddy.
He's
Look,
getting used to the camera.
okay.
yeah,
Okay, bye-bye. Besos. Okay. No.
hasta luego.
Okay.
Like,
All right. See you later. Ciao.
ciao.
So I forgot what we were talking about.
Talking about doing,
Corporations
Oh, yeah, the
going to the trust.
lunch and learn, right?
yeah.
So it may cost you $1,000. But what if you get 4 leads out of that? Right? That's like cheating. Let me tell you another great thing that we looked at. Imagine doing a lunch and learn type of thing or a dinner type of thing. And then you say, hey, look, at the end of the day, we're going to, what is like a quarter carat, not even quarter, like a small diamond earring cost? Like
I'm
set
doing
it down,
small.
maybe $100. No, I'm talking about
Okay.
like little studs, like maybe $100, right?
Which the little
Like little bitty diamonds.
irrelevant for women. Like
No,
women
Right.
need
no.
like relative.
This ain't for y'all. Y'all think it's too big. Y'all gotta relax.
I got some small stuff, but they definitely want $100.
No, I'm talking about the
So,
little bitty ones, like ones I would put in my
on
daughter's
the
ear.
baby's ears.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me
yeah.
tell you why. You promised my mama if she show up to your event, you're gonna give her some diamond studs for her grandbaby.
She coming.
Amaya and Zoe gonna have earrings,
Absolutely, they surely will. I know. Look,
right? Now
limping
that
and
little
all, Granny.
$100 per set of baby studs, because they don't need the big ones, they need the little ones. You ain't putting no quarter carats in your kid's ear. You put them little ones there, $100. They all show up to your seminar on estate planning. They're happy to be able to get some stud earrings to give to their kids. In the financial advisory business, it was difficult to do those types of things because it was kind of bribery. It was like an issue legally. But marketing wise, it's not. If you ain't in where they got all these licenses, it's not. You know, you can do these things because you're just inviting them to a seminar. This is a gift for attending the seminar, no different than a timeshare gift or things like that. So, what a lot of folks do, they would give away bottles of wine on Valentine's Day. Anybody who was over a certain age and you were a client, you can come get a bottle of wine. On Thanksgiving, come get any type of pie you want. Pies and cakes. They had a whole table of them. They would buy 400 cakes and just have you drive up in your car. You ain't even got to get out because it's cold. They give you what type of pie you want. You fill it out, right? And then here's the thing: when you do the dinner thing, they can come back as many times as they want, as long as they invite someone new. So they come back. So I got friends that had people coming to Ruth's Chris every week, and they was bringing a new client, every week, because it was date night. They bring a whole nother couple. They got, hey, look, birds of a feather flock together. If you got a couple million, your friends probably got a couple million. If you're thrifty, your friends probably thrifty. You like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and save our money. They're gonna buy us Ruth's Chris. This saves us $400 a month on our fixed income. That's what my mama do. You know how many of them seminars my mama done been to? I said, hey, mama, you can't keep going to my friends' seminars. You got to move some money over to them.
No, but she might be the ambassador to go tell somebody else. Like she might
she
not
done
be
brought
the
all her
source. She the
friends. I
catalyst.
mean, look, they done made way more money off her friends than they did off of her.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But do you see what I mean? So it's that we got to be better marketers, right?
I just didn't want, it's been a while since I've worked in corporate and Fortune 100 company. And then I've also done contract work within Fortune 500 companies. And so I just know that they're a little bit, that my approach with them needed to be different than what it would be going to a company that only had, let's say, 50 employees. It's going to look different for somebody who's 100 or 200 employees, especially for the price point that I know my workshops are worth.
I'm about to give you something that is, can we pause the video, Ange?
But only probably 6 months ago, I I did a thing where I had one spot.
Could,
So
could I buy it right now off of LinkedIn?
you'd have to search me and go down my posts, which I hardly ever post. Soon.
But I mean, LinkedIn lets me put in a payment.
No, LinkedIn takes you to Mapaneerville.
Okay, so it's hosted inside of, and then inside of Mapaneerville, you can make a payment.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think maybe on that, yeah, I'm kind of a slacker, Ron. I just need.
No. Hey, relax.
All right.
Relax. There it is right there.
Yeah.
I see it right here. Got it? So I want to show you something because I think what we built helps you. Right? So let me show you. Let me show you what we built. So you remember we were over here with John showing the instructor dashboard. This is you guys. Make sense?
Mhm.
So we come over here, we click on new product or new course, and it brings us into our course platform. Make sense?
Yes.
So now I'm going to go over here to Linda Rittenhouse, and I'm going to go to your about section. Right? So I'm going to take this about section. And where should I post this? Should I put this in the description of the course? What will we make the course about?
Self-published children's books.
Okay, right. And what will we put here?
Or whatever.
What'd you say?
Become children's book author.
Okay, right.
Do it.
So let's make it easier.
Yeah. Oh, you know, you're doing this for a
Right. So based on what's here, there's a lot of stuff in your thing about mapineering.
yes, there's a lot of mind maps in my course.
Right. So this focused on, because it's all about, most of your stuff doesn't say that you teach children's books. It's all about 20 years of classroom. I now teach people to do mind maps. You don't mention anything about writing courses. I mean, about doing children's books.
Where are you? Where's that coming from?
Right here.
Oh, on there.
20 years of classroom experience. I help educators to use mind maps. You mentioned you got 20 books, but then you just go into the whole mind mapping thing.
Yeah, I think when I set up my profile on LinkedIn, it was way before my course, and I just never updated it.
Yeah, that's fine. But all I'm saying is add that part. Because what I just put in there, it pulled from there and it focused on the mind mapping.
Got you. Okay.
But you can change it to whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's say I don't want that. I want to erase this. I want to generate a new course and make I'm better at, let's see, make a course on how to write.
No, self-publish.
I got you. But they got to write it first, right?
Yeah, but that's where a lot of people get stuck. They
Okay.
write it, they put it in a drawer, they don't do anything with it, or they have an idea, they don't.
Right. So this is the great thing about it, because it's your course, no matter what I think, right?
Yeah.
And how many sections you want?
There's
How many chapters in your book?
I don't have a book that gives the course, I just have an online course.
Okay, just for now, how many sections would you want? 7, 8, 3?
There are probably 12 sections.
Okay.
$15. Yeah.
So this is just a gross example. I got one
Right.
one
Gotcha.
thing. Self-publish your children's book, a 12-step author's guide. Right? Now, if somebody already has a course, they just plug their course in, copy paste what you've already built someplace else, or leave that over there and put something else over here. All right? But what we're doing right off the bat is we're going to go ahead and make those 12 steps and create the book for it. I mean, create the course here. Right? So give it a second to finish the quizzes. Boom. Now, instead of having to copy paste, the system automatically goes in and sets up your sections, which is the hardest part for most people.
Well, what if I already have all that? I mean, my course
Then
is.
you just manually put it in there. This is for if you wanted to write a new course on
Oh,
mind mapping. If
got
you
you.
wanted to do a new course on golf,
Got you.
you can always delete this stuff, right? But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is this was just showing you how easy it is to go from idea to something.
You're making me cry because I put hundreds of hours into creating my course.
Yeah. We want to bring that down.
Yeah.
Why? Because now I can come here and I can say, well, what do I say on video? Well, I don't know. Let me go over here to content and write my script based on this topic. Welcome to this lesson on self-publishing, an increasingly relevant and dynamic field, especially for aspiring children's book authors. As the landscape of publishing evolves, self-publishing has emerged as a viable and attractive option. We've solved all the problems.
Yep.
There it is. That's your opening script. Boom, you're ready to go. Now you got a course ready. Now all you got to do is pick the price. You want to make it free? Go ahead. You want to make it paid? Go ahead. You want to make it a training where they pay you every month? Go ahead and add the subscription on a monthly, weekly, or annual basis.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
of that is already here.
Pretty
Make
cool.
sense?
Very, very slick. Gracias.
Again, we're trying to have the core functionality. All the other stuff, I got to click 13 things. No. You got to click 2 things. We got 3 steps at the most. Erica, that's your first time seeing it? Thoughts, feedback?
I like it. I thought it was I like the way, like, again, like the prompting, and of course, I'm always interacting with AI all day. So I thought it was actually like really good, like being able to just continue to iterate and then honestly refine where you're trying to go. I thought it was good.
Yeah,
Output.
you can take your main IP, right? So watch this. Let me show you. Give you an example of this. I'm going to go back in here because maybe I don't like what we came up with, and I'm going to redo it. But what's our main IP at Speaker Hub?
This oh, you're right.
Right? What is
Yeah.
the speaker flywheel? So we came up with this. This is ours. Make sense? So imagine if I already had this written. I take this because this is my concept, my IP, and I come in and I put it into our thing. Create my course based on my framework. Now, this is my stuff. So it's not some AI crap. This is mine. Y'all have seen me teach this for a year now. So it's not, oh, well, they're going to have the same thing. No, they're not. This is mine.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
Like
So you notice there's no limit on the prompt. Does that make sense? So you can put as much as you want in there. We'll feed it into it and bring it back out with the things that we talk about. Make sense?
100.
This is the capability, right? So now it's going to go in, it's going to erase this this part, it should, or it's going to add it to the back of it. There it is. It erased it, right? It's going to erase that and put in the new stuff. But that's what we're looking for. Like, we want it to be impactful. Does this make sense? Now,
Yes.
everybody need an image, right? Well, all right, well, give me an image. Ron, show me what you can do with an image. Cool. Create a course cover for my course called Child's Play, a guide to children's book publishing. So now it's going to generate my image. You don't have to use it, but it gives you something. You can always go back and update. You're in beta. We just got to get you getting something out there. Is this making sense, Andrea? Linda, you ever seen something that works this efficiently? We want it to be, there it is. All right, now this isn't perfect, but I just need a photo. Right, so I put this as my photo on my course now. I click use this, it's going to download it. Now that's my course photo. Do it need to have the title on it? No, because I got the title on the course out there already. This is a header shot. Does that make sense? So now I can get rid of this goofy book and I can replace it with, boom. There it is. Click submit. My thing is in the stores. Got it?
Dang.
You're rocking with the best.
100% rocking with the best.
I got a new hype man, Linda Rittenhouse, on the ones and twos. Any other questions? Any comments? I'm curious to get your feedback for those, the two of you that this is your first time seeing this. Lifetime members, you get access to it this weekend. We are in the final stages. I'm super duper excited. Y'all get access to it. Everybody else gets access on June the 20th. We're doing a Kickstarter campaign, as I mentioned. After that June the 20th weekend, it will go to monthly and there will be no more lifetime accounts. So you can get, but if you already have lifetime, you're already good. So you get access to it already. It's already free. You just pay, there's no markups. You just pay your credit card fees. So you pay
I
through
love
Stripe.
it.
We get you cover your Stripe fees. We send you the rest. Got it?
I do. That's good. Yep. I need all this. Look, brain be moving too fast. So anything to help me streamline is good. So I love it.
Yeah, dude. This is the right place. We're in the
Oh, I
right
know
spot.
it is.
Any other questions before we hop off?
Thank you.
Cool. Well, if y'all don't have any other questions, I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'm gonna
Thanks,
see
sir.
while my
Thank you.
daughter out here screaming.
Right. Where my food at?
Exactly. See y'all later. Have a great weekend.